SportsLink, brought to you each week by Pure Alkaline Water, Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape.
With me, LJ Uggan, congratulations on your amateur bout, picking up a win in your debut. Get to the beginning. You stepped into the MMA gym. You're stationed in Montana. Walk us through how this all started.
Just to implement more training for like the military life and all that stuff. So originally it just started off as like a recreational thing and a fitness thing. And it just so happened that Joe Diesel Riggs, I don't know if anybody knows who he is. Well, if you pay attention to MMA, he's a current and soon to retire out of the UFC MMA fighter. He just so happened to be opening a gym in the same town as my base. And we walked in. We got to meet him. He was only doing a soft opening at the time, and we told him we were interested in joining the gym. So, long story short, we joined the gym. He just hits me with, "Hey, you should, fight under me, under like Diesel Counterpunch's MMA gym, as an amateur MMA fighter." I said, "I don't know about all that. I'll think about it. I'll think on it." And just because of the risk-based assessment that I had with my career path in the Air Force, I didn't want anything hindering like me getting hurt and then holding me out of work and all that stuff. So I just stuck with boxing. I was coming in and just doing boxing classes. 3 months later, he was telling me how like I've kind of just picked up the sport pretty quick. Learning the concept of the sport pretty well. He just told me it was like a natural, like athletic thing that I've just picked up on.
How far into the fight did you get comfortable and know when you were able to start picking your shots and finish your opponent off?
After that first jab, it was like we both didn't want to go. Like I wanted him to come in, push the pace or like come forward and make me react, because I feel like as a fighter, naturally I'm a counter puncher. I put that jab out there for him to bait forward, but he didn't come forward. So I hear in the background one of my training partners go, "Be first, LJ." So as soon as I heard that, I just pulled the trigger and put that first hook on him, and he was rocked and tried to go for the kill. And they, as you know, in amateur they do standing counts. So when the ref saw he was rocked after that first hook I put on him, that was it. I mean, I knew from the jump that this guy, after he felt, that tomorrow power, he didn't want to be in there no more. So I just went and pulled the trigger on it right there and then. In amateur they do standing counts. So when the ref saw he was rocked after that first hook I put on him, that was it.
Aliata, one of the captains on the Dartmouth women's rugby team. How has your new role as captain been so far, and how are you trying to make an impact with your team during your last season?
So my new role as captain so far has been quite an honor, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. We have an amazing roster full of talent, and it's exciting to lead the team both on and off the pitch. Looking forward to playing great rugby with amazing girls and hopefully winning a national championship at the end. We have a lot of great competition coming our way, so it's exciting to be able to lead that this year.
The team defeated Quinnipiac 50-10. I'm sure everyone was just excited to be back on the pitch after such a long layoff.
Yeah, so we actually had our first game September 1st against LIU. So that was our first game after 661 days. So we were all both excited and nervous at the same time. But once we found our flow, I think everything started to come for us. And then this game, we were looking more on working on what we had planned to work on from our last game's mistakes. So it was good. We started off slow, but we found our flow and options started opening up for us, and we just capitalized on that.
And how's everything been as far as maybe the rise in numbers, and are you guys training in pods, or are you guys just full on training as a complete team? And
yeah, so we're full on training as a complete team. it wasn't as restricted as it was last fall. So we have weekly COVID tests that will help us prevent any cases that may arise and take the necessary precaution that we do need to take.
And which games have you circled on the calendar and looking forward to playing this season?
So I've circled Army, Mount St. Mary's, because I have a whole bunch of friends on that team, and it's exciting to watch Guam play against Guam, and then Harvard, of course, our number one rival, well, competition, I should say. And that's all back to back. This coming weekend, the following weekend, and then the weekend after that.
And with more Guam players making it to the collegiate level, from your experience, what can our high school athletes be doing now to prepare themselves for college sports?
I would say to just keep training, keep grinding, and since it's harder for us athletes back on Guam to reach out to to attend camps here in the state, here stateside, reach out to those coaches and send out film, because it will really help with getting noticed and getting your name out there.
And has it settled in that this is your last run at the sport that you've grown to love?
It's getting there, but it hasn't settled in yet. I think once I hit my last home game, that's when I'll realize it. But I'm trying to take in everything as I'm going, because it's been a sweet ride despite the circumstances we've been in.
And how's the support been with students and just faculty and people coming out to support the team during these times?
It's been awesome. Now, since we've been back, we've been getting support from many different sports teams here. A lot of the staff, some even drive up to our away games, which is nice. And just also having the support from back home, like my family and my family's friends, and some people that I don't even know reach out to my parents. And it's been nice because I do this for them, and I'm grateful.
Team Guam Olympic weightlifter Jacinta Sumagese, you missed out on this year's Olympic Games, but now you're able to represent Guam again. How has training been for this upcoming event?
Yes, it's very unfortunate that I missed out on lifting in the Summer Games, but training has not stopped. Although it was a little setback, I still continue to train each and every day at the gym.
This is going to be your first virtual competition, and how it's going to be ran.
Okay, so we've been doing a lot of trial and error runs. The first online was ran earlier this year as a trial run, and that competition actually ran pretty smoothly. I did not compete in that competition, but one of our other lifters did. And from the looks of it, it could be done. We've been doing a lot of testing since then just to make sure we got all the kinks out. And it looks like it's going to turn out to be a really good Oceania championship.
What are your target numbers for this meet?
So for this meet, I'll be actually lifting in the 59 kilo category. So weight dropping is not as bad. So my target numbers to end with the snatch is 78 kilos and clean and jerk at least 105 kilos.
Any advantages of lifting at your gym?
Oh yes, there's so much advantages. Having my teammates around versus going to other off-island comps where it's only coach and I. It's a huge advantage having their support and just seeing familiar faces watching you.
What's next for you after this virtual competition?
I'm hoping that in-person competition starts and continues, and that will be the start of the new qualification period for Olympics 2024. And my goal is still to get to the Olympics. Even with this setback, my spirits are still high, and my hopes are still high, and I just hope to still have the support from the island.
And how motivating is it to see Coach Julius help the Philippines win their first ever gold medal, and knowing that you've trained alongside of him, and just knowing someone that had something to do with an Olympic medal?
Oh yes, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of Heidi. We met Heidi. I met Heidi the same time as Jules, and I'm just so amazed on how far they've come. I'm just really happy for both of them. I'm really proud of them. I spoke to Jules recently as well, and although we were bummed that we didn't have the reunion that we wanted, I only wish the best for them, and I'm just so proud of them.
The Guam Track and Field Association elected its board of directors for the term 2021 through 2025. Derek Mendel returns as president, and Joseph Titano retains his role as vice president. Riza Tagadi will serve as the new secretary general, and Gene Tagadi will serve as the new treasurer. Desmond Mendel will continue as the public relations officer of the federation. Other elected board members include Nishita Beneventi, Michael Herreros, Neil Kranz, Peter Rivera, and Regine Tagadi Watson. The board is also joined by 2 athletes commission representatives, Celine Amparo and Paul DeMolanta. The next 4 years are an exciting time for the sport of track and field, said Derek Mendel, GTFA president. Major international regional championships will be occurring every year until 2025, and Guam athletes will have multiple opportunities to compete. GTFA will work to ensure that they are prepared. Our new board consists of knowledgeable and talented individuals eager to raise the level of competition for track and field on Guam. We look forward to working together to carry out our mission, Mandel added. Guam Track and Field Association is the official national governing body of the sport of track and field on Guam. It is affiliated with the Guam National Olympic Committee, World Athletics, and Oceania Athletics Association. More information can be found at guamtrackandfield.com, facebook.com/guamtrackandfield, and instagram.com/guamtrackandfield. In a move to further enhance Guam's national team preparations for international competition, the GFA Technical Department has begun to utilize AI technology cameras and video analysis software. Thanks to a QC community contribution grant from GITA and qualifying certificate community contributor Guam Regional Medical City, Guam Football Association was one of many QC community contribution grant program series 4 recipients, with over $10,000 in grant funding used to procure 2 portable AI technology cameras and video analysis software from Sweden-based company Spidio. The Masakata Guam women's national team was first at GFA to utilize the camera system and its cloud-based software to film training matches for coaches to use for video analysis. The ultra-wide 4-angle camera sensor system with built-in audio support covers 180 degrees horizontal and 90 degrees vertical footage, while the cloud-based software allows individual viewing controls, which can be set to either a fixed width to follow the ball in play, similar to most broadcast-type footage, or at a wide angle to include all 20 field players and 1 goalkeeper following the ball's movement, among other types of view. In programming news, Monday, September 20th at 10:20 in the morning, catch some NFL action right here on the stations of KUAM. KUAM TV 8, NBC Sunday Night Football, Kansas City Chiefs at Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore looking for their first win of the season, led by Lamar Jackson. The Chiefs will be trying to improve to 2-0 on the year, led by Patrick Mahomes.
SportsLink brought to you each week by Pure Alkaline Water, Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape.